Alternating current in, direct current out. Alternating current is great for long-distance distribution, but most electronics run on direct current. Rectification is the bridge between those worlds. In plain terms, rectification is the process of steering electron flow so the output only goes one direction. In this video, we'll go from the simplest rectifier all the way up to high-voltage direct current style systems. The diode is the check valve of electronics. The diode is the basic building block of rectification. Like a check valve in plumbing, it allows flow in one direction and blocks it in the other. That control has a price. When a diode conducts, you lose a small forward voltage drop. For a silicon diode, that drop is typically about 0.7 volts, and that matters when you're designing power supplies. Half-wave rectification. Cheap, but wasteful. The simplest rectifier uses one diode to block the negative half of the alternating current cycle. That means half your available energy is wasted right out of the gate. The output is not smooth direct current, it is pulsating direct current with big gaps. The ripple frequency matches the line frequency, like 60 Hz on a 60 Hz system. This approach is only acceptable for non-critical loads, where ripple and low efficiency do not matter. Bridge rectifier, the industry standard. The bridge rectifier uses 4 diodes arranged, so both halves of the alternating current waveform push current through the load in the same direction. The negative half cycle gets flipped, so the load still sees a positive polarity. A big benefit is ripple frequency doubles, like 120 Hz on a 60 Hz supply. More pulses per second means smaller valleys, easier filtering, and better efficiency than half-wave. The hot chassis hazard, floating output and oscilloscope mistakes. A bridge rectifier output floats relative to the alternating current source. Floating means the direct current negative is not automatically earth ground. An earth-grounded oscilloscope has a ground clip tied to earth. If you clamp that ground lead onto the wrong spot, you can accidentally short part of the bridge to earth and blow a diode instantly. The safe habit is to verify what is earth referenced, use isolation when needed, and think before you clip. Center tap full wave, the historical trade-off. The center tap design uses a special transformer secondary and only 2 diodes. This was popular in vacuum tube era power supplies because diodes were expensive and transformers were already big. It creates a convenient common reference point, which can feel safer in some layouts. The downside is the transformer is heavier, more complex, and usually more expensive than a simple bridge approach. So the story here is trading transformer complexity to reduce diode count. The enemy is ripple. Ripple is the leftover wave riding on top of your supposed direct current. In audio gear, ripple turns into hum and buzz. In digital systems, ripple can show up as logic errors, resets, and mystery noise. Raw rectified power is a series of pulses, not a flat line. Power design is the art of flattening that curve so loads see stable voltage. Smoothing with a capacitor, the storage tank. A filter capacitor acts like a storage tank. It charges up during the peaks of the rectified waveform. It then discharges into the load during the valleys, preventing the output from dropping to zero. Bigger capacitance generally means less ripple for the same load current, up to practical limits. The real-world cost is surge current at turn-on and stress on diodes and transformers, so sizing matters. 3-phase rectification, the 6-pulse advantage. With 3-phase power, you naturally get more handoffs per cycle. A standard 3-phase rectifier produces 6 pulses per cycle. That means the output is naturally smoother even before heavy filtering. More pulses means smaller ripple amplitude, and the filtering components can be smaller for the same performance. This is a big reason industrial power systems love 3-phase. 12-pulse rectification, extreme stability. A 12-pulse system uses 2 6-pulse rectifiers fed through a transformer that phase shifts 1 by 30 degrees. Those outputs interleave, filling in the remaining valleys. The result is very low ripple and reduced harmonic issues compared to simpler rectifiers. This is why the concept shows up in high-voltage direct current transmission designs where efficiency and power quality are serious business. Case study: high-voltage direct current harmonic filters. Rectifiers do not just make direct current, they also create harmonic pollution on the alternating current grid. Harmonics are unwanted frequency components that can heat equipment and distort system waveforms. In high-voltage direct current stations, you'll see massive inductor capacitor filter banks built to trap specific harmonic frequencies. The point is simple. When power scales up, cleanup hardware scales up too. Before silicon, mechanical rectification. Before solid-state diodes, engineers literally rectified power mechanically. They flipped contacts back and forth in sync with the generator to steer current. The drawbacks were brutal: mechanical wear, constant sparking, extreme noise, and lots of maintenance. It worked, but it was the definition of high-drama engineering. The Mercury arc valve, the glowing giant before modern high-power semiconductors. Mercury arc valves handled serious direct current for subways and trolleys. They used a cloud of ionized mercury vapor to steer current. They were famous for that intense blue glow during operation. This is a great reminder that electronics used to include large glass tanks that looked like science fiction props. Architecture comparison: what you gain and what you pay. As rectifier complexity increases, ripple decreases and efficiency rises. You also get higher usable peak voltage depending on how many diode drops you stack in the current path. A bridge has 2 conducting diodes per half cycle, so you pay about 1.4 volts of drop total in silicon diodes. The right architecture depends entirely on what the load demands: cheap and dirty, or clean and stable. Evolution spectrum: chaos to order. The story of rectification is the story of taming alternating chaos into direct usable power. Half wave is the rough draft. Full wave and bridge rectification are the practical standard. 3-phase and 12-pulse are what you do when stability and power quality really matter. Rectification is not just blocking current, it is shaping electron flow into something a system can actually live on. Thanks to Tony Kuphaldt and the open source community for making high-quality technical education accessible to everyone.